The activity in front of the Brooklyn Museum, not too far from our set. And David
Well, the ceremony was...
Thank you, D.A. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. They've got Clint Capella. Tony Snell is out there with John Collins. And it's Young. And it's Bogdanovich in at the shooting guard. And for the Nets, Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Harris. Then there's Irving. And it's Harden in at the point. For both teams tonight, Clark, unbelievable talent up front.
Agreed. And, you know, in the trenches, in the paint is where this one's going to be decided. It's going to be won or lost there. And that's not something we say very often in this day and age with the three-point shooting, the small ball, the spacing of the floor, the pick and roll action. But it'll be different tonight.
Now, here is Young, following the miss by DeAndre Jordan, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. And here's the break. Goes up, and then Durant with the dunk.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Capella. Back to Bogdanovich. Irving with the steal. Three-pointer. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play. Then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
And the second season for Trae Young, just unreal. Pulling off amazing performances at such a young age. Greg, just how good do you think he can be?
You know, Kevin, Young will be viewed as a top point guard in this league for a long time. When it's all said and done, might be one of the best point guards in league history. Certainly is on his way to being one of the best shooters to ever play. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Irving can't hit. Hawks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Floats one. Basket counts. Young's got 6 points.
Red hot so far, 4 for 4. Cooking with gas, couldn't draw it up any better.
Elbow shot is on the way. It doesn't go for him. And Atlanta will come the other way. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Here's Snell. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
You've got to be aware of him at all times. He's a bully on the backboard.
Harden scanning the floor. Harris passes to Irving. The Nets working the ball around now. Harden's shot is off. Atlanta leading by 4. To the left side wing. Back to Young. And stolen by Harris. In transition, here come the Nets. Harden's got the ball, and Capella sends it back.
Boy, the long arms of Capella on display there. When his energy matches his wingspan, he causes a lot of problems on defense.
Snell dishes to Bogdanovich. Snell, the pass to Capella. Rebound, Brooklyn.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And stolen by Bogdanovich. 1:09 left to play here in the first. Irving against Young. Yep, that one goes.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That's his first foul. So for the Nets, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. Then for the Hawks, DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Tony Snell. Kevin Huerter comes in for Bogdanovich. Lou Williams is subbed in for Trae Young. Now here's Capella after the miss from KD. Capella kicks to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving the grind.
How can we be the best version of ourselves individually every?
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Irving is out there with Brown. Then there's Griffin, and it's Durant, and it's Green in at the power forward. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You've got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Okongwu dishes to Williams. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Irving looking for an opening. Griffin. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Luwawu is check in for Durant. James Harden comes in for Bruce Brown. And it's Johnson in for Irving.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. You think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right there.
No, we don't do that. Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Herter passes to Okongwu. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Okongwu's now got 5 points so far. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. It's a 3-point game. And it's denied.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
To the middle. Here's Okongwu.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the second quarter. Gallinari with the steal. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Dunn misses.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
The Hawks leading by 5. To the left wing. 1:14 left now here in the second. Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Well, one thing you like there is the extra pass. Evidence that the game is starting to slow down for Dunn.
And it's Johnson penetrating. And Brooklyn with another turnover here. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Kevin Durant comes in for Green. Harris is checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. And it's Kyrie Irving in for James Harden. Then for the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Bogdan Bogdanovic comes in for DeAndre Hunter. Young is subbed in for Kevin Huerter.
Right there on display for you was Clint Capella's continuing growth offensively. Eyes up, ready to make the next pass before he got the ball.
Outside Irving. Jordan kicks to KD. Good on the triple. Durant's got 5 points so far.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. And Brooklyn making a change here. Brown's checked in. Atlanta also making some changes here. John Collins, he's checked in for Gallinari. Lou Williams is subbed in for Chris Dunn. Bogdanovic dishes to Collins. Back to Bogdanovic. They double him with Jordan. The 9-foot shot. Bogdanovic, no luck. Irving drives in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Now just a 4-point Hawks lead.
Knifing through the defense like warm butter on a biscuit. Irving knows how to get to the rim.
It's time now to go courtside as we send. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fan. You look at the core of this young Hawks team. They have Trae Young, John Collins, and that'll...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And guys, without question, Okongwu displaying his skills today.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
On the court right now for the Hawks. They've got Collins. Bogdanovic out there with Young. Then it's Clint Capella, and it's Snell in at the 3 spot. Count that bucket. Jordan's got the first basket of the second half here for the Nets.
Jordan really relishes playing through contact and converting, showing you just how strong he is and a good level of concentration, too.
Here's Snell, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
Brown is checked in for Brooklyn. Here's Young. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Nets trail by 6. Durant, the pass to Jordan. Brown outside. Looking to get it going, and the jam by Harden.
Now, you can't sleep on this guy's finishing ability. He loves getting room to throw it down on you, and he'll put you in a poster if you let him.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot, and paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move torture chamber.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. They trail by 6. Jordan trying to free himself up, and the basket by Harden. Harden's got 8 points. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
That's a jump ball.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. Nets trail by 4, and Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Hunter comes in for Tony Snell. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Williams in for Young. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Johnson. 8 points for him.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Collins good.
And let the big man eat. It's clear that Collins loves getting these kinds of scoring opportunities.
There's the call on Kevin Huerter. That is his first foul of the game. Molinari, he's checked in for the Hawks. Dunn comes in for Kevin Huerter. Here's Irving. Griffin. And the rejection by Collins. Now, here's Hunter. He's covered closely. Collins kicks to Williams. And the shot goes in. And now a 6-point Hawks lead.
Boy, for a pint-sized guy, Williams can absorb a lot of contact. Torches his man there.
Here's Irving. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
No idea what they were thinking there defensively. I mean, that's a shot he makes often.
Williams against Johnson. Ball's knocked loose. Irving attacking. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
I think he's the most creative finisher in the league. Irving's so good at finding holes in the defense.
Johnson against Williams. And the foul on Tyler Johnson. That's his first foul. Brooklyn making some changes. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Griffin. Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. And it's Bruce Brown in for Johnson. And a change for the Hawks. Huerter's checked in.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
For the tie. And there's the nice layup by Irving. Irving's got 14.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Brooklyn making some changes. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kevin Durant comes in for Green. And it's James Harden in for Irving. And a change for the Hawks. Okongwu's checked in for John Collins. In the corner, it's Hunter. There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Huerter passes to Okongwu. Shot clock at 6. Here's Huerter. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. 11 points in the game.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yep.
The third quarter comes to a close. The Hawks on top, leading by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Nets. Harris is out there with Durant. Then there's Brown. Then it's Harden. And it's Jordan in at the center position.
Such a creative ball handler. Young has an ability to carve out room for himself with his dribble.
It's Harden with the drive. It's stolen by Capella. Here's Young. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. And the Hawks lead by 8. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And I also love what they've done defensively in terms of closing out to the shooters, getting a hand up, just making them feel a little uncomfortable on the offensive end.
Bogdanovich finds Young. The 17-footer. Tips it up, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Kyrie Irving's checked in for James Harden. Here's Irving. Again, the Nets for 2.
And the offense starting to click for them this half. They've raised that field goal percentage quite a bit since the break.
And Young, here we go. And foul up. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. Luwawu is checked in for Harris. And it's Johnson in for Bruce Brown.
Boy, did they need that rebound. I mean, they have struggled on the boards overall, but still with a chance to win.
Exactly, because they've made enough plays to keep it close. And as a result, they're still in it.
You got to be very careful around Young. Yeah, he's clever at figuring out ways to swipe that ball.
Irving with a clean look. From the line. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, just a lovely dish by Griffin.
Johnson against Young.
2 minutes.
And the foul on Tyler Johnson. That'll be his second foul of the game. And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Durant comes in for Jeff Green. Joe Harris is checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. And it's James Harden in for Tyler Johnson. Here's Young. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Just his night, guys. We saw Young do this in college. Once he gets into a rhythm, he will just put it on you.
Back to Harden. For 3. Basket number 5 goes in. It is now 5 of 12 from the floor.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep. Young
against Harden. Young outside. High post shot. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Young's got 14 points here in the second half.
And a depth mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
Here's Jordan, Durant, and Durant is right there. Now Young. 50 seconds left to play here in the fourth. He's feeling it. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, Capella's tenacity is so impressive. I mean, he's got an unlimited abundance of energy when it comes to offensive rebound.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Irving. Harris finds Harden. Back to Harris. Launches it. Rebound by the Hawks. Now here's Collins. It's tipped. And so the Hawks take the win. And all right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome. But it does shrink their margin for error just a bit. And
Hey, Kevin. Well,
it does indeed. Thanks, David. Look at the 76ers starting group. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Seth Curry is out there with Ben Simmons, and it's Green in at the small forward. And for Brooklyn, we've got Durant, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's DeAndre Jordan, and it's Harris in at the 3 spot. And Simmons slams it in.
The physicality of Simmons on display, showing some fight and fearlessness with plays like this. And everyone wants Simmons to add a consistent outside jump shot. But while that's a work in progress, he does just fine at the rim. An incredibly adept finisher up close.
Irving attacking, and that one drops for him.
I admire the confidence of Irving, always on the attack, superb at penetrating towards the rim.
Simmons against Durant. And Simmons slams it in.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
Outside Durant. Here's Irving. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Irving's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And C-Web, as you said with Simmons, when he's going at the rim, he's as good as it gets.
Oh, yeah, GA. Great blend of size, speed, and strength. He controls his body to create space. He can lay it up from unorthodox angles with ease.
Here's Durant, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
I love seeing that kind of unselfishness. Irving has proven to be a sensational teammate.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. KD against Simmons. Embiid wide open. He sinks the 11-footer.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Irving looking over the floor. From 11 feet away, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
So smooth in everything he does. Irving will score the ball from anywhere.
Outside, Simmons. Passes it to Harris. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
They've come out with guns ablazing. 4 for 5 from the field. They've got the deep really.
Harden against Simmons. And Harden with the stop.
Oh, and when Harden is going strong to the rim, he's looking for the throwdown, ripping the rim down hard on that one.
Pass to Embiid. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
Green, he's checked in for Durant. Then for the 76ers, Shake Milton, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And it's Hill in for Ben Simmons. And the call will be against George Hill. That's his first foul. So for the Nets, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. Then for the 76ers, Dwight Howard's checked in for Joel Embiid. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Harris. And it's Korkmaz in for Danny Green. Irving for 3. That shot off. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Here's Thybulle. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Luwawu is checked in for the Nets. Johnson comes in for Bruce Brown. Brooklyn leading by 5.
And Dwight Howard, you know, not the same 35-minute-a-game player he once was, but I tell you what, when he's on the floor, he can still be every bit as effective.
Yeah, Howard can bully teams that go small against him. I mean, he provides a big body to deal with other strong centers. I mean, he also gives the team some great flexibility with how they match up. Now, 2000, we're not even out of the first quarter. That's not a good pace to set.
The Nets shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
And the handles Irving possesses, I mean, unreal. The great Isaiah Thomas, Hall of Famer Isaiah Thomas. Toby Irving might have the best handles he's ever seen.
Maxey's checked in for Philadelphia. And Howard with the second chance points.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Johnson kicks to Irving. It's stolen by Milton. Fast break, here they come. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. And the pass to Howard. They double team Howard. Basket, good.
Outstanding presence of mind. Howard is as dependable as it gets near the rim.
8 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Irving for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Irving's got 14 points for the game. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Brooklyn. He totally... And chatting earlier with Ben Simmons, he addressed the scrutiny.
For me, it comes with...
And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others. We should be celebrating what Simmons has accomplished at a very young age.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Kyrie Irving. He's out there with Brown. Green is out there with Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the 4. And that one's good, Irving.
And right now, Irving is percolating. I mean, he's so good at creating and remaining assertive on offense. Time for the percolate.
Now, here's Maxey. Defense is right there. Milton in the corner. Clock at 6. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And so Green will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Brown kicks to Green. Brown drives in. Griffin. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Maxey.
He's a minute close to the rim. When Griffin gets the ball in the position he wants, you got to whack him.
Brooklyn making some changes. Kevin Durant's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Harris comes in for Jeff Green. And it's James Harden in for Kyrie Irving. Outside, Simmons. Down low. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Blake Griffin.
DeAndre Jordan.
Shot clock at 5. Embiid, the pass to Simmons. Oh.
The versatility of Simmons, astounding, amazing, impressive. Dunks like this are just insane.
You know, Greg, we can all agree that Joel Embiid's a superstar in the league with this play, but you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit, but at the end of the day, he does get it done, and the numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite a lot of criticism.
The drive by Simmons. Yep, that one goes in there. Simmons got 4 points in the quarter.
are such an impressive athlete. The way Simmons moves on the drive is so natural and under control.
Durant, the pass to Harden. Back to Durant. On the wing, Harden. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Here's Brown. And Embiid with the block.
Awesome timing on the rejection. Embiid, the big fella. You don't want to bring it in around this guy.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Hill's checked in. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Now the passion in New York as a pro sports city, Greg, is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons, though, of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence, and I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it, just kind of what your personal preference is.
You called it, partner, and I have seen it happen both ways.
Oh, I bet. Here's Curry. Rebounded by the Nets. Harris, right side. Durant. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And now a 10-point Brooklyn lead.
And you never hear about it, but Durant is very strong. That allows him to finish on shots like that.
Here's Simmons. Here's Embiid. Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup. Embiid's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
Shamet finds Jordan. Hill against Harden. Pass to Shamet. Back to Harden. The Nets working the ball around now. Durant, the pass to Harden. Offensive rebound. Here's Harden on the wing. In the corner, it's Harris. To the paint. Outside Durant. Over Simmons. Pass to Shamet. Over Simmons. And that one goes long.
Now with the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jump.
It's tipped. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Here's Harden. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 18 points and 1 rebound. And that'll do.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Heading underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Ben Simmons is out there with Curry, and it's Green in at the 3. Outside Curry. Pass to Simmons. Another shot. Embiid. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, how about the length of Embiid? I mean, it's tough to deal with. Outstanding, using it to gobble up offensive rebounds.
Irving from long range. A putback, and Griffin stays with it. Griffin's got the lead up to 10 now for Brooklyn.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And Griffin sends it back.
Oh, You want more of this from Griffin. There's no question he has the size and vertical to block shots.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end. It might take them a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. They just need to calm down, play their game.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Harris. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Green. Korkmaz checked in for Curry. And Maxey subbed in for Ben Simmons.
Oh, great flow to that possession. Two players totally in sync with each other.
The 76ers trail by 10.
Well, and last season, we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Here's Howard. The short one's on the money. Howard's got 8 points.
Oh, it's going to take more than that to stop Howard. He's excellent at fighting off the defense.
And all the trapping had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and he can, Jay, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. He averaged over double digits assists the year they played him at point guard. And he makes you pay for sending help.
Tries again. It's hauled in by Claxton.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
They kick it out to Green. Here's Llewellyn. No points in the game yet for him. Irving for 3. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Howard's got his 4th rebound in this one.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
It's good on the putback.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Irving passes to Llewellyn. There's the triple. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Can't quite find his 3-point.
Wow, hammering it in!
And Howard can still wreck the rim when he gets in deep.
Brooklyn leading by 4. Irving dishes to Johnson. Fires at the elbow. And it's Irving missing.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Philadelphia also making some changes. Shake Milton comes in for Joel Embiid, and it's Hill in for Korkmaz. Here's Milton, and that one is good.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. They've led by as much as 10. The kick out to Brown. The Nets working the ball around now. Jordan to stop the drought, and it's good on the way in. Jordan's got his 2nd basket.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
The pass to Hill. Over to the left wing. Maxey passes to Hill. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Sneaky veteran drive. Hill's going to get the bucket. Get fouled or go.
For Philadelphia, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Tobias Harris is checked in for Howard. Ben Simmons comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Green in for Maxey. Harden outside. And he converts the layup. Harden's got 8 points.
And it's clear that Harden is a high IQ player. I mean, in pick and roll sets, you can see it. His decision making is just extraordinary.
Milton on top, guarded by Harris, and stolen by Jordan. Harden left side. Here's Brown. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. And now a 6-point Brooklyn lead.
Man, he's superb at finding open teammates. Harden, I love how he looks to shed a rock.
And so it's Brooklyn. with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
Oh, beautiful feed. Always a luxury to have a big man who can see the whole floor.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got Jordan. Griffin is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Brown, and it's Harden in at the point. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Harden against Hill. Now here's Harden. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. It's Scott on the wing, defended by Griffin. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Here is Howard. Pass to Milton. It's Scott on the wing. Dishes it to Howard. The kick out to Scott. Pocket 2. Over Jordan, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And Brooklyn making a change here. Irving's checked in. Nets leading by 8. And so they foul intentionally. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for the Nets. Some changes for Philadelphia. We've played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. Harden the pass to Irving. Back to Harden. This one for 3, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Oh, and that catch and shoot, Jay, from Harden is unblockable. Just quickly shooting off the pass.
Embiid kicks to Curry. On the wing, Harris. Simmons inside. He's against Jordan. Back to Simmons. He feeds it to Embiid, and it's blocked by Jordan.
And really, that's the brilliance of Jordan, just denying those shots there with tremendous power.
And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now, or we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. 6 on the shot clock. Dives for it. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
76ers ball.
The 76ers trail by 10. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. And Simmons slams it in.
And this is why you must get Simmons out the paint, because he's fantastic when it comes to dunking.
Now Irving. Outside Jordan. Passes it to KD. Some solid defense from Harris.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup, that'll get the whole team pumped up.
And he gets the basket, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to have a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Simmons. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. That's Durant on the wing. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Harris. Philadelphia also making some changes. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Harris. And it's Shake Milton in for Seth Curry. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 9.
And the winning mentality of Durant, I mean, he can take over games. He puts the team on his back.
The Nets making a switch here. Harris is checked in. And it's Simmons penetrating. And Durant sends it back. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
First free throw is good.
Kyrie Irving.
Both free throws good for Irving. The 76ers trail by 12. A three from Simmons. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look. And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Nets.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kyrie Irving.
They needed someone to do the heavy lifting tonight, and he was their man, scoring every way he knows how.
Nets passing it around. Harden's shot is good.
The unique lefty stroke of Harden. He's become incredibly consistent from deep.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Down by 15. The 76ers again can't hit it. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. And here is Irving. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. There below is Barclays Center and the borough of Brooklyn. We are nearly ready.
Well, Kevin, and
Thanks, David. Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. And for Brooklyn, Durant is out there with Harris. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving at the 2. Now here is Holiday. Here's Lopez. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Irving against DiVincenzo, and it's in there.
Just all alone down there. Credit goes to DeAndre for finding him. That's a nice pass.
KD against Antetokounmpo, and the layup's good off the glass.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now, here is Irving. Takes a 3. Lopez grabs the board. First quarter, just over a minute played.
An era where we're seeing teams turn away from the slower 7-footers. Brook Lopez still playing a pivotal role for the Bucks.
There's been a lot of talk in recent years, Greg, as how the big man has been played off the floor in the playoffs. That's just not the case with Lopez because he's been able to step out and shoot threes along with being a really reliable rim protector.
Here's KD. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Here's DiVincenzo. Lopez finds Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
A little quickness from Antetokounmpo there, blows right past the D.
Nets have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Harden against Holiday. Harden, no good.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the dunk by Giannis.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
So it's Brooklyn now after the basket by Milwaukee.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Now here's Giannis. 8 points for him. Middleton the pass to him.
Oh, yes, sir. Oh, I would love to see Giannis in the dunk contest. Wouldn't that be sweet?
Nets trail by 8. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Jordan kicks to Durant, trying to find Harden, and he's got it now. And he makes that one.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Outside Holiday. Back to Antetokounmpo. Holiday up top. All sorts of time. That shot off. The Nets go the other way with it. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Stolen by Middleton. Now the Bucks moving it up. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Green, he's checked in for the Nets. Bruce Brown comes in for James Harden. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Now here is Harris. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Irving. And again, it's the Nets missing.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Pass to Forbes. Back to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Irving against Antetokounmpo. Brown kicks to Harris. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Irving attacking. Green dishes to Irving. Brown the pass to Jordan. And here's Harris from the arc. But they'll get another chance. Pass to Irving. You know what? They battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. Portis kicks it to Tucker. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, that was something else.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, you wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did it at jump ball. They've been awesome tonight.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Bucks lead by 10. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K.
Definitely the game has slowed down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Green. Irving is out there with Brown. Then there's Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the 4 spot.
I know Kyrie is not the biggest guy on the floor, but he is built to take that kind of contact.
And Portis throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Good on that shot. And with that, the Bucks' lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Kyrie Irving. Here's Connaughton. He's covered by Brown. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Irving dishes to Green. From the stripe. Again, Irving missing. Bucks leading by 8. And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault at times.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Of course, Kevin Durant, one of the game's greatest scorers of all time, but his ability within this offense to make plays, elevating the team.
Here's DiVincenzo off the left rim and out. And so Brown will bring it up for the Nets. They trail by 7. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Bucks. They've led by as much as 10. Up the floor. Finished off the break. Portis has got 7 points.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play. One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Portis, the pass to Lopez. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. Greggy, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn.
He's got it going here in the second, gaining momentum as this game continues to go.
Bucks leading by 5. Passes it to DiVincenzo. To the inside. There's Portis. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Portis has got 7 points here in this quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Outside, KD. No good off the back of the rim.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Lopez kicks to Middleton. Trying to get open is Lopez. And Middleton the bucket on the assist by Lopez. And it's a 9-point Milwaukee lead. Nets have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Harden against Holiday. It's Harden with the drive, and it's sent back by Lopez.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame, a smart block, if you will.
And so it's Milwaukee ahead, but all right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 12 points, 2 rebounds, and that'll...
I put pressure on these rappers doing numbers, don't I? Drop an album, then I go to couple summers, don't I?
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Yeah, there's not any guy defensively that was bodying him up or contesting the shot. So right now he's feasting.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in its center. Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, go ahead and get in front of that if you want to. Man, what a dunk by Giannis.
And you go back, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 15th pick in that 2013 draft. Hindsight, obviously 2020, but I think it's safe to say he should have been drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah, you have so many of those blogs out there that go back and want to redraft classes. Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2013, I'm pretty sure at this point would be taken number 1.
And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Bucks. Jack Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
It's his first trip to the line.
How about up over the 80% mark from the line last year? So he's happy and also consistent there with those numbers.
On the wing, Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
As Giannis has grown in his physical stature, widening those shoulders, having more strength, these are the kind of plays that make all that hard work pay off.
Here's Irving. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
DiVincenzo finds Giannis. A second chance effort. Green with the block. They retain possession. Here's Tucker. Tries yet again. 4 seconds left. It's stolen. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Irving leading the charge. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
I'm not sure what the coach said at halftime, but whatever it did, it's lit a fire. They're now 4 of 4 from the field to start their offense here in the second half.
Giannis dishes to Tucker. Pulls it up. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Tucker's got his first points of the game.
A great floor awareness as Antetokounmpo has a sense for when the D has overcommitted or shifted his way, and then he finds where his teammate is open on the floor.
And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Again, Irving missing. And so Giannis will bring it up for Milwaukee. They've led by as much as 10. Inside. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
And a new group out there on the floor from the Nets. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for the Bucks. Here's the break. Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
It's a huge night for Giannis Antetokounmpo at the offensive end of the floor. That length and athleticism just proving to be too much for any defensive scheme.
Here's Harden. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harden's got 6 points.
Now, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Tucker with the ball. KD's on him. And Giannis throws it down.
And Giannis adding muscle to his frame for these types of situations. He'll keep getting bigger and stronger, but willing to take the hit.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Lopez, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And Middleton subbed in for Pat Connaughton. Timeout called the Nets.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has said he doesn't want people calling him the MVP because he doesn't want to relax. He said he fears failure, so he has got to get better.
Free throw good. Giannis. Well, Greg, there's been some debate. What do you think? Is Giannis the best player right now in the world?
I tell you what, if there's a conversation, he has to be in it. You know, some people might go with Kawhi, Kevin Durant. He's coming back. LeBron James is there as well. But Giannis is probably the guy to lead that conversation. And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Giannis bringing it down, using that sensational length to get that finish.
The Bucks shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here. Nets trail by 15.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Harden with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Durant the pass to Harden. 5 on the clock. Free throw line jump shot. Jordan, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And how about that beautiful display for us of DeAndre Jordan and that wingspan getting to that ball.
And there's the pass to Forbes. Goes up at the stripe. They get it back. Lopez. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Resourceful.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Milwaukee on top, up by 15. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here. with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Joe Harris is out there with Harden, and it's Durant. Then there's DeAndre Jordan, and it's Claxton in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivals. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
It's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Irving double team. Harris outside. Looking to end his cold spell. Good.
And one of the most creative scorers the league has to offer. Harden specializes in sinking those tough shots.
Outside Holiday. Irving against DiVincenzo. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And Harris wide open. He shoots and a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Bucks leading by 12. Holiday finds Middleton. The Bucks working the ball around. Pass to Portis, and Portis throws it down.
Well, Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
Harden surveying the D. Left side Harris trying to find Harden, and he's got it now. And that one drops for him.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
And Holiday kicks to Lopez. To the paint. Here's Middleton, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Fundamental play there from Lopez, spotting the open man and then sending him the ball.
Outside Irving. No good on the 3. Bucks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. To the middle. The kick out to Lopez. Outside Holiday. The tray. Offensive rebound.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Harden against Holiday. Puts one up from 19. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, Jordan just wreaking havoc on the rim now.
Bucks leading by 14. Middleton outside. And there's a minute 45 left here in the fourth quarter. And Holiday kicks to Lopez. It's good. 8 points for Brook Lopez.
Good soft hands there from Lopez, efficient in the catch and shoot motion.
Down low, Lopez with the steal.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Milwaukee.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
It's good from long range.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
And the Bucks with possession here. Jacks up a 3. That shot off the mark. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Brooklyn. 19-point game. And again, no good by Brooklyn. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Middleton the pass to Holiday. For the three. Jordan with the rebound. Here is Harden from deep three-point range. Up again. And staying with the play, Harris. Now Holiday. From deep. Offline. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The city of Atlanta is the... Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on DA.
Hey, Kevin.
Thanks, DA. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Harden out there with Irving. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's KD in a power forward. And for Atlanta, Tony Snell is out there with Collins. Then there's Bogdanovich. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
DeAndre Jordan is a force on defense. Tough to finish when he's lurking.
And that one's good, Irving. Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big man up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor, will likely be the victor.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Young's shot is off.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Irving passes to KD. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Well, as good as Durant is on the perimeter, this is where he hits for an absolutely insane percentage.
Snell finds Young. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Irving. Let's keep it alive. Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to Collins. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And KD the bucket on the assist by Jordan.
Putting the ball on the deck, shaking off contact, Durant can get pretty much anything he wants.
Young dishes to Bogdanovich. Young inside, guarded by Harden. Young's shot is good. Young's got his second bucket of the game to go. The Nets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That's his first foul for the Hawks. DeAndre Hunter comes in for Tony Snell. Lou Williams is subbed in for Young. Harden outside, and it's Jordan atop the key. Durant for 3. A shot, no good. So Atlanta will take it the other way. The kick out to Williams. He feeds it to Capella. Collins against KD. Good D by Jordan.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
KD's shot is good. The Hawks trail by 4. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Alinari, he's checked in for the Hawks. Kevin Huerter comes in for Bogdanovich. And a new group in for the Nets. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Irving. And Atlanta has possession following the bucket by the Nets. Capella kicks to Hunter. Back to Capella. Griffin with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. Harden's got the ball. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And guys, you'd have to say this run really triggered by their transition offense.
Here's Williams. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Good recognition by Lou. Sees a crack in the defense, has the speed to exploit it.
And there's the call on Lou Williams. That is his first foul of the game. For the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Lou Williams. Here's Harden. Floats one up, and it's blocked. It's stolen by Green. Kicks it out to Johnson. The Nets shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
and they were 75% from the line a season ago.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. 1:09 left in the first quarter.
And Kevin Huerter, a young player and a big part of this team's future. He keeps trying to add to his game.
And the area I love that he's improved, I think the most and needs to, is his ball handling. Doesn't have to only look for shots outside. He can attack the rim. He's also is more willing to take the lead in transition and create for others.
Here's Harden. Lays it up and banks it in.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Trailing here by 8. Out to the wing. From deep. They get the rebound. Passes it to Hunter. Feeds it to Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Look at the pass from Hunter, wanting to get his teammates involved.
With the assist.
Harden outside. It's hauled in by Dunn. The Hawks have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. Dunn looking over the floor. Here's Okongwu. And so it's Brooklyn with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And we'll be right back after this. And
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
So for Brooklyn now, we've got Green. Kyrie Irving is out there with Brown. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Dunn. Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. Gallinari with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 6. Young with the ball. Picked up by Harris. Shots good from Young.
Such a tricky cover. Even inside, Trae Young makes adjustments that others can't.
Young against Irving. Rebounded by the Hawks. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Here's Gallinari. From down in the low post, it goes. Gallinari's got his first basket.
That's just a seasoned move. Great concentration from Gallinari, finishing through contact.
And it's sent back by Irving. To the inside, Brown. He can't get that one to fall. Ready by Bogdanovic. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That's his first foul for the Hawks. John Collins comes in for Gallinari. And it's Williams in for Tony Snell. Jordan, he's checked in for the Nets. Now here's Williams. Down low. Here's Okongwu. Great D that time from Jordan. Nets have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's KD. The shot's good. Brown making the play. That's now 8 points for Kevin Durant. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. I'm going to agree with you. Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. And it's DeAndre Hunter in for Trae Young. Here's Harden. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now it's a 6-point Brooklyn lead.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Back to Williams.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
Count that one.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Bogdanovich passes to Collins. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick and roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is given. He's more than just a catch and shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
Here's Williams. James Harden picking up that last basket. Williams looking around.
Using the pick to create space, something Lou does exceptionally well.
Brooklyn leading by 6. Durant with it. He's got 10. It's Harden with the drive. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And it's Williams with the ball for the Atlanta Hawks. Collins against KD. And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Atlanta. Dunn comes in for Lou Williams. Here's Irving. Finished off the break. Irving's got the lead up to 10 now for Brooklyn.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Dunn passes to Huerter. Capella, high post. Here's Dunn. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Right side, Irving. Missed it, shooting 50% at 3 for 6. Hawks have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. And the turnover again by Atlanta.
Danilo Gallinari. Tony Snell.
Johnson dishes to Irving. From deep 3-point range, it's not going to go for him. It'll count. Doesn't go that time. And so it's the Brooklyn net. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each, and it's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They have an 8-point lead. And over to Shaq. And that'll do it.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Collins is out there with Tony Snell. And it's Young. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Capella in at the center. They're the group for Nate McMillan starting the second half.
The standing reach of a center, the mobility of a guard. No wonder Durant sent that one back.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
This is his first free throw of the game. Brown is checked in for Brooklyn. Harden hits them both.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Young against Harden. Young drives in, and he banks in the layup. Young's got 10 points.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
Harden against Bogdanovich. Harden, that's good.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Second chance shot. And it's Capella missing.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
Yep, it counts.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Outside Collins. Got a piece of it. Durant with it. He's picked up by Collins. KD's shot is good. 12 points for him.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to this half offensively. 4 straight and counting.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now, here is Young. 10 points for him. Inside. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Alinari comes in for Collins. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Tony Snell. Lou Williams is subbed in for Bogdanovich. Here's Young. James Harden picking up that last basket, and it's blocked by Jordan.
In a funk this quarter, he's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Harden's shot is off. The Hawks trail by 18. Here's Williams, and the layup's good off the glass. Williams has got 6 points.
You see the toughness of Williams. Won't shy away from contact.
And here's Harden for 3. Another miss by Harden. Hawks have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. To the middle. Here's Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
And give Sweet Luke credit. Turns down his own shot because his teammate has a better one.
And Harden launches it from deep. And the Nets miss again.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
That's just great court recognition there. He saw the D pack in the lane on the break, so he calmly rolls up and drained the transition 3.
And the amount of pressure that Trae Young puts on the defense is staggering. He's either carving you up with his passing or hitting you with that jump shot.
You know, Trae Young is the type of player that can lead this league in scoring and in assists. And also possibly could do it in the same season. For a youngster, he sees a lot of double teams. It's impressive how he handles it.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And the Hawks making a change here. Hunter's checked in. We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter of the game. And Huerter gets it to go.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
And it has them at a great spot to take the lead. They love to get a few stops now at the other end.
Now Okongwu following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. And Huerter gets it to go. Huerter's got 4 points now in the quarter.
This is where Huerter's toughness comes into play. Inside against physical D.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Rebound Atlanta.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
Okongwu with it. Griffin's there. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Strong drive by DeAndre Hunter. Excellent approach to the game mentally. Knows when to attack and when to defer.
So he gets them both. Nets leading by 6.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
And the foul called on Blake Griffin. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
The future of DeAndre Hunter is bright. A versatile player who wants to be great, in my opinion.
Irving looking over the floor. Griffin, and Griffin stays with it.
Great effort by Blake Griffin. Coaches can draw up whatever they want. Sometimes it just boils down to effort.
James Harden getting it done for Brooklyn. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. Right back after this break. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Setting the floor for the Nets. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. And it's Green, then there's Griffin, and it's Claxton in at the 4 spot. Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. That's now 8 points for Kyrie Irving.
Tremendous focus by Kyrie. Doesn't let the contact throw him off.
Snell, the pass to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
Now, here is Harden. A three-pointer off the mark.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for the Hawks. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Johnson's checked in. Dunn against Johnson. Dunn passes to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
And Bogdanovic picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game. Here's Irving, and he uses the glass on the layup.
I like this from Kyrie. Looking for a high percentage shot, settling for nothing less.
Dunn kicks to Bogdanovic. To the paint. And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Young's checked in for Chris Dunn. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. A 2-point game. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. And he gets the whistle. And here we go with the coach's challenge. I'm surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here is Durant after Clint Capella's bucket. Jordan kicks to Durant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot.
And the Hawks making a change here. Gallinari's checked in.
Productive trip to the line extended their lead.
Young inside, guarded by Harden. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Young.
Easy to see why they get it to Young here. Not afraid to take the big shots.
KD passes to Harden. And Capella sends it back. Here's Young. On his 15th shot attempt, he makes his 9th basket. Shooting a healthy 60% tonight.
The ability of Trae Young to take it up inside makes him difficult to pressure out on the perimeter.
Now here's Harden. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Fast break for Hawks. Here's Gallinari. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Only certain guys have the temperament to take this shot. Gallinari, one of them.
Here's Harden. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
As you've seen, they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Irving's checked in. Count it. Good.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Looking to end the run. Count it. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Kyrie has done it again. He loved the big shot and the big moment.
Young looking around. Pass to Capella. Count it.
And they still have a foul to give at this point.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
It falls!
Size and strength of DeAndre Jordan, brushing off the defender.
Timeout called by Nate McMillan. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, James Harden.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
It's good!
Game on the line. You need a guy who's willing to step up and deliver that sweet loot.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're behind by 2. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's KD. Oh, no good.
We all know when KD gets the basketball, it might be easier just to foul him than letting him shoot it.
And KD drops them both.
You can't have any more pressure on you than he had at the line right there. Shows you what he's made of as he's able to tie it up.
Atlanta calls timeout. bounds as the Nets gain possession. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Here's Irving. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Atlanta. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. So Atlanta will get the first possession. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Harden. Durant is out there with Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Irving in at the 2 guard.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Here's Harden. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Young against Harden, and the foul on Harden. That's his 3rd foul of the game. On defense, Brooklyn.
Good eyes by the defense. Clearly, that's not where he wanted the pass to go, and he's frustrated.
Here's Irving. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 5 rebounds tonight, and now we've got the intentional foul. Tony Snell's checked in for Atlanta.
Tony Snell.
And one action in this one. We're about 1 minute into overtime. Young dishes to Capella. Can't connect from short range. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. And it's Harris off the drive. Hawks shooting fantastically in this game. 62% from the floor. Collins. And finished off by Collins.
And we've talked about Collins becoming a go-to scorer. Important points right there.
On the wing, Irving. Well, overtime basketball, a minute and a half played so far. Young against Harden. Capella trying to free himself up. And Young with the basket on the assist from Bogdanovich.
The charisma, the superhuman workload. Trae Young is built for stardom.
Harden with it. He's picked up by Collins. Harden gets the bucket.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Here's Bogdanovich. Here's Young. Lays it up off the glass. Young's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Hawks.
Incredible. Often the smallest guy on the floor, Young consistently comes up with the biggest plays.
It counts. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Young passes to Capella. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Hawks passing it around. 6 to shoot. Young dishes to Capella. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
Kyrie never losing his composure. He is deadly in the clutch.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And the foul on Harden. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. KD's checked in for Jeff Green. Here's Young.
bucket there. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. Most important thing, no open threes.
Outside Irving. Count it! A huge shot to tie it up.
He gets to the rim at will. Kyrie, one of the most elusive players you'll ever see.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. The score knotted at 73. 6 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Young inside. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Timeout called, the Nets. They're trailing by 2. 1 second left to play in the first overtime. Guys, your thoughts?
And with under 2 seconds remaining, they need something quick. Don't have time for an extra pass here, but they want to try for a 3 off the inbound play and go for the win. Definitely doable.
And here's KD for 3. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Now,
.2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
the sun shining brightly on down. Now it's into
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They just got to make the adjustments.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Harden. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Shamet in at the 2. And for the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Curry is out there with Ben Simmons. And it's Green in at the small forward position. And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. And it's blocked by Simmons. And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
The drive by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
What breathtaking quickness by Simmons. So good at blowing by whoever is brave enough to try to take him on.
Now here's Durant. Indoors tonight, 2 experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game, so let's see how this plays out.
Here's Curry after the made shot from KD. Simmons inside. He's against Jordan. Here's Embiid. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And the man just brings his lunch pail and goes to work. What sets Embiid apart is He does it with such ease.
And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Shamet with it, picked up by Harris. Here's Durant, and it's blocked by Embiid.
Length plus agility, great recipe for blocking shots. Embiid's one of the best to do it.
Simmons passes to Green. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
Harden surveying the D. Pass to Harris. Fires the three. Rebound by Joel Embiid.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
Bucket is good. Simmons got 6.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Yep, that one goes.
Well, this is often how DeAndre Jordan gets his points in a set offense, off the roll.
Outside Curry. They double team Curry. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And the Nets with possession here. Nets trail by 6. Shamet the pass to Harden. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Simmons against KD. Shoots from 12. Goes back up. Embiid's shot is good. Embiid's got his second bucket.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
It's Harden with the drive and the jam by Harden.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
And they double up Simmons. Pass to Embiid. And it's blocked by Jordan. In transition, here come the Nets.
Okay, Kevin Durant scanning the floor, looking for opportunities. Make your teammates feel good. Nice.
Simmons against Durant. Outside Curry. And Jordan sends it back. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. KD passes to Harris. The feed to Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Harden. That ties it up.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Griffin's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Joe Harris. And Irving subbed in for Landry Shamet.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
Now, here's Thibault. Now, Milton. And just miss after miss right now. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Green.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
If you had a question as to how Dwight Howard is up there amongst the all-time leaders in offensive rebounds, that's an example why.
Harden has a wide-open look. And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Brooklyn ahead. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Hey, guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. We've got Green. Tyler Johnson is out there with Irving. Then there's Griffin, and it's Luwawu in at the small forward.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And it's Hill penetrating Howard. The shot that time, not on target. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Pushing it up. And that one's good, Irving. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Here's Milton. Here's Howard. That shot off. Griffin with some nice D. Here's Irving. And he comes up with the deuce. Irving's got 8 points.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Bible with the ball. Working on Green and taken away by Johnson. And again, Brooklyn running the court in transition. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. And so he'll bring it up for Philadelphia. They trail by 7.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Maxey's checked in for Shake Milton. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Green. Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. And James Harden subbed in for Tyler Johnson. Harden dishes to Griffin. And it's sent back by Howard.
There's a reason Dwight Howard has so many all-defensive teams to his credit. Good night with the block.
Count the basket. Howard's got his second basket of the game.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And the call will be against George Hill. That is his first foul of the game. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. Tobias Harris comes in for Matisse Thybulle. Green, he's checked in for Korkmaz. And it's Ben Simmons in for George Hill. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jeff Green is checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Joe Harris. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Brown. And it's Johnson in for James Harden. Here's Irving. Basket good. Irving's got 8 points in the quarter. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I'd go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Simmons tips it and stay with the play. Harris. And the 76ers lead by 2.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Feeds it to Jordan. Back to Harden. There's the dish to Jordan. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Jordan's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
When you think that this guy was so raw and so skinny coming into the league, now DeAndre Jordan brushing off these challenges with ease.
And the dunk by Embiid.
Hard to imagine a much better target on the alley-oop than Embiid. Get the lob anywhere in his vicinity, and you might wind up on a highlight reel.
Jordan with it, picked up by Harris. And here's KD for 3. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
Checking in for the 76ers, Seth Curry.
54 seconds left to play in the first half.
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives.
Now, here's Maxey. He's guarded closely. Embiid, the pass to Curry. Sweet move. Embiid trying to break loose. Curry can't get it to go. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. It's hauled in by the 76ers. And now Philadelphia on the break. KD against Green. Stolen by Harden.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. It's all tied in Philadelphia.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. The deepest hole they got themselves into in the... And that's going to do it for us here. The second...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the 76ers, Harrison and Embiid together in the middle. Curry is out there with Simmons. And it's Green in at the three, the small forward. Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage.
Irving against Curry. Now here's Irving. Guarded closer. Good work there as it goes. Irving's got 5 points in the quarter.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
And the foul on Tyler Johnson. That's foul number 2 for him. And some changes here for the 76ers. Dwight Howard's checked in for Embiid. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Harris. And it's Korkmaz in for Green. But that was a strong dunk.
That is nice. You can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down like that.
Simmons against Harden. Howard with the steal. Shamet with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. It's blocked.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that one packing. And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big time play on both ends.
Harden against Simmons. The pass to KD. The Nets working the ball around now. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Durant. 11 points for James Harden.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Simmons dishes to Howard. A putback and another shot. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the call. Brooklyn the foul.
You just have to be more careful with Simmons. So brilliant at throwing the D off guard.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for the 76ers. Hill comes in for Korkmaz. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs. That was a huge get. Go back to how about Kobe going to the Lakers, McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish. And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Now, here's Milton. He's covered by Irving. Howard. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Boy, guys, the powerful physical frame of Dwight Howard, so problematic for a defense.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And again, it's Kyrie Irving. Irving's got 21 in the game.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Now, here's Milton. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. The rebound by Luwawu.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake. There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
Crafty and smooth. Simmons tearing up the nets. He is definitely a rising star.
Outside Irving. Count it. Irving's got 15 points in just the second half.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Outside Simmons. And the call on the, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Irving. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
Here's Simmons. The 76ers again can't hit it. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Irving. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Irving. He's out there with Brown. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Joe Harris. And it's Claxton in at the power forward.
Really an underrated part of Embiid's game. Excellent as a foul shooter for a 7-footer, so you just can't hack away at it.
Irving against Simmons. And it's Irving missing.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And there's the call on Durant. That's foul number 2 for him. The 76ers making a switch here. Curry's checked in. Then for the Nets, Andrew Shamet comes in for Bruce Brown. And it's James Harden in for Irving.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
It's good. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Now, here's Maxey. He's tightly guarded, and out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. And Simmons, he's checked in for Maxey. The Nets with the lead. Harden outside. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Shot clock at 6. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot. And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Here's Simmons. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
The first pick in the 2016 NBA draft, Simmons has been a phenomenal addition to our league. Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Harden outside. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Well, I think it's fair to say that Seth Curry has found his footing in this league. He gains more and more confidence every year.
Matisse Thybulle checked in for the 76ers. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Got that one up quick. Simmons got 25 points in the game.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Simmons against Harden. And Harden with the stop.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Simmons against Harden. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Really getting after the defense since the break. It's so hard to keep off the line when he pushes the action.
The Nets making a switch here. Irving's checked in.
You know, he couldn't make all of them, and they'll have to settle for just a 1-point lead.
And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The first one falls.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Here's Harden. Shoots over Embiid. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Ben Simmons. And both free throws good for James Harden.
Well, consistency is so critical, especially in clutch moments. This guy has got that gene.
Here's Simmons. And what a play. Just snatched out of the air. Credit the block. Irving for 3. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. 76ers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And Simmons kicks to Curry. Off target from 3-point range.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And the Nets miss again.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Here's Simmons, and it's good. 2 points. Simmons got 17 points here in the second half.
Yeah, just great. Whenever Simmons takes over a possession like that, what a killer instinct.
Irving surveying the floor. Jordan, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
DJ with the fearless opportunity, boy. What a shot.
Simmons against Jordan. It's stolen by Harris. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Irving leading the charge. The second effort. Jordan finds Harden. Tries again. Jordan trying to free himself up. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot two. And the 76ers making a change here. Green's checked in. Landry Shamet's checked in for Brooklyn.
Well, those were essential. Very steady work at the free throw line in a very tight game.
Passes to Harden. And stolen by Simmons. A finish. Money.
And when the game is tight, Simmons rises to the occasion, effortlessly capitalizing when his team desperately needs him to.
Harden against Simmons. From deep. Again, the miss by Harden. Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back. And Simmons slams it in.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Releases. They get it again. Embiid kicks to Simmons. Fires the three. Shoots the three. That one's not going to go. Shamet finds Harden. Another miss by Harden. So the 76ers win it. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the The Bucks are always hyped to play in front of their home crowd. And short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
So the Nets starting 5. Joe Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Harden. And it's Jordan in at the center. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3. Yes, that goes in. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. So I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after it.
Now here's Giannis.
I tell you, that's why Antetokounmpo is so feared league-wide. I mean, when he's close to the rim, he's most likely going to flush it on you.
Harden kicks to Irving. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Harris, no good.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point line.
Middleton, a scorer by nature, that time showing you he can find his teammates too. You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
Here's Holiday. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Chalk up 2 there.
And this is how you want to start the ball game. 4 for 4 from the field. Seems like they're right on point and can't miss.
And Clark, they say back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now, he and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them. Well, you know what? All good things must come to an end, and they finally miss after making their first 4.
Jordan with it. He's picked up by Lopez. They grabbed their own miss. The Bucks have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And Middleton kicks to Giannis. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 8.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Durant, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
KD is so good at drawing contact. You might remember now they changed the rules on that rip move that he perfected.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Brown's checked in. Harris finds Harden. Back to Jordan. The Nets working the ball around now. Harris passes to Brown. Outside Durant. Here's the teardrop. It's deflected. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Here's Forbes. That one doesn't drop. Harden with the defensive effort. Nets trail by 5. Tucker the pass to Portis. Over Jordan. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Now, here is Harden. Jordan trying to free himself up. That one goes in.
And, you know, sometimes you feel like every single jumper Harden takes is going in, especially from that in-between area.
Tucker dishes to Holiday. And stolen by Jordan. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. KD's got the ball. Harris kicks to Durant. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Tucker, and he dunks it down.
The dribble drive once one of Tucker's weaknesses. Now he's refined it and added it to his arsenal.
Harden scanning the floor. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Harden's got 7 points.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Holiday, and Holiday throws it down.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Unloads from 9, and it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
And though lacking some height, Tucker has the bounce, the reach, and the strength and attitude to do damage inside.
And so it's Milwaukee with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have had their sights set on Kevin Durant, and they've done a terrific job holding him in check. And we've got...
I think the underdog story, started.
And Greg playing with a chip on his shoulder has served Portis well.
Some guys try to block out the haters. Portis uses it as fuel to keep achieving more.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
We've got Bobby Portis. P.J. Tucker is out there at Holiday. And it's Connaughton in at the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. Chris Middleton's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Drew Holiday.
Hey, if you had a list of the most athletic players in the NBA and did a roll call, it would be not long before you got to Antetokounmpo. The Greek Freak is the real deal.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Irving against Antetokounmpo, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I like how Irving also keeps the defense guessing, keeps them off balance, and he's so crafty and creative around the basket.
When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life extension.
Oh, what a play!
Oh, my word. I shouldn't be amazed anymore when Griffin pulls off a dunk like that, but I always seem to be. The man has some unreal moves above the rim.
Lopez with the bucket. Lopez has got the lead up to 8 now for Milwaukee.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And Green is right there. Green's got his first bucket in this one.
Excellent awareness of where to be on the offensive boards. He did it with great position.
Here's Middleton. And no good that time. The Nets go the other way with it. Johnson goes in. Outside Irving. Puts it up from 15. And Middleton with the block.
Or the defensive hustle there by Middleton. Stretching out and getting his hand on that shot. Excellent effort.
And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. Here's Griffin. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Giannis. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Antetokounmpo's got 12 in the game.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Bucks.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
The Bucks making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Kevin Durant comes in for Green. Joe Harris is checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Here's DiVincenzo. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Set him up well there. Brook Lopez showing his vision and willingness as a passer.
Now, here's Shamet. D right on him. That one misses.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Durant against Antetokounmpo. Durant, the pass to Jordan. The wide open look for Durant. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Bucks leading by 10. To the inside. Takes it down to Middleton. Back to DiVincenzo. Durant with the steal. Here's Jordan. Knocks it loose.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Holiday dishes to Middleton. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. His three-pointers off the mark. Shamet with it. He's picked up by Lopez. Oh, and the jam by Durant.
Tell you what, when Durant is feeling it, he puts on some swagger. He's going to let you know he's got it going.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. DiVincenzo kicks to Antetokounmpo. Passes it to Middleton. Just 5 on the clock. Shot from 16. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Bucks lead by 10.
Yeah, bully balling his way to the rack that time. Lopez with a great second effort.
And so it's Milwaukee with a 10-point lead. So thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Bernie Johnson, it was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 14 points. And that's...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Landry Shamet. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Harden in at the point guard. Antetokounmpo inside. Harris is there.
And it's easy to see by Antetokounmpo's performance tonight. He can flat out dominate games at times.
Harden outside. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
An occasional over-the-back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
Yeah, you know what? They say you would always rather have a player that you need to turn down than to turn on. So being aggressive versus passive, I want the aggressive guy all the time, even if it means a few fouls.
Harden, and it's sent back by Lopez.
Great timing on Lopez's part there to swat down that attempt.
Back to Durant. Outside Irving. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez.
Bobby Portis.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Holiday surveying the floor. For three, Middleton. James Harden with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And they're moving it up. Holiday with it, and it's Harden picking him up. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Inside. Will it go? And again, no good by Brooklyn. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. Lets it go with a 3. The shot by Holiday, no good. Nets trail by 17. Here's Harris, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Chris Middleton. Look, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got...
And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Boy, how about that crafty drive by Irving, anticipating the contact and able to get around and through it.
To the right side. Here is Forbes. He's covered by Irving. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Nets trail by 13. The pass to Green. Here's Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Connaughton passes to Tucker. Back to Connaughton. Bucks passing it around. And here is DiVincenzo. He's got 9. Here's Claxton. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Lopez comes in for Bobby Portis, and it's Holiday in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Lopez throws it down.
Boy, Tucker ever unselfish in how he goes about his game. Nice job finding his teammate there.
The drive by Lopez. No good on the shot, so Brooklyn will take it the other way. Here's Durant. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists in the game.
No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
And Holiday kicks it to Tucker. Back to Holiday. There's the feed to Tucker. 6 on the shot clock. And that's good off the glass that time. Tucker's got 6.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
From deep, Harden. Claxton the pass to Harden. The rebound by Holiday. Holiday's got his 5th rebound in this one.
You know, scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Here's Tucker. Misses off the left iron.
That's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
And here's Harris from the arc. And he beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
I agree. I mean, and to have the composure to lock in and get off a shot he feels confident about, that's good work.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
He's still up. Now he is 9 of 10.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Pass to Brown. Back to Harden. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. He gets that one.
In addition to his strength, Harden has deceptive quickness. He just has this unique knack to get by whoever's guarding him because he's strong and crafty.
Knocked loose. Stolen by Durant. Oh, and here we go with Durant. Nobody back. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And here again, the Nets in transition. Up the court they go. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Harden.
Well, I tell you what, with Harden, sometimes it seems the more the defense bodies him up, the more determined and effective he is in scoring.
Here's DiVincenzo. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
You know, this has been a totally different half for him. He definitely looks more comfortable now, guys.
DiVincenzo against Harden. Lopez with the steal. And it's the Bucks on the break. A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo. And now it's a 12-point Milwaukee lead. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Goes up on the high post. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Portis is checked in. Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. Kyrie Irving comes in for Brown. Antetokounmpo up top. Defended by Durant. And Giannis throws it down.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
1:53 left in the fourth. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Irving. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in two different settings.
Yeah, I mean, two very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both those cities.
Exactly. For three, Middleton. James Harden with the rebound. Nets trail by 12.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Bucks.
This is a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Giannis.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Good on the three-point shot.
You know, that goes back, I think, to playing with LeBron in their Cleveland days. Kyrie learned how to operate without the ball some.
Giannis inside. Defended by Durant. And Giannis throws it down.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Fires for three. The kick out to Holiday. Off on that one. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. Even David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.